So, I had a lot of time in my hands and I was pretty bored. So I did this thing that I call the movie roulette. I take a few films that are obscure and I throw them on a roulette and see what comes up, and then I watch this one. So this is gonna be one of those reviews. The one that came out is the Fitzroy, with quite an interesting premise. The Fitzroy is set in a post-apocalyptic world in the 1950s, where an event has happened that is briefly mentioned in the film that left the air filled with poisonous gas. Where we are in this abandoned submarine that has been redecorated and adjusted to become a hotel named the Fitzroy, that is this seasonal holiday resort off the coast of England. Sort of. As soon as I saw it, I thought, that is a great concept, especially since in the gaming world, the post-apocalyptic worlds after, you know, an event like a radioactive explosion or something are very much into fashion right now. And so in this one, there is also an event that happened, we don't know when actually. Everyone seems so very well adjusted to the fact that the world has gone to shit and that they have to wear masks outside just to breathe, really. The direction of the film is quite simple and like flat. Nothing interesting happens in the direction. The color palette is kind of repetitive and it really doesn't do much for the film. I understand that they were going through the whole decaying world and all these tones just were very rusty and like old-timey, but I would like to see like some contrast to that, like if they did the Fitzroy kind of more vibrant than the out world. The one fight scene that we see is ridiculous.
You little rat!
The writers tried very, very, very hard to be quirky and like post-apocalyptic, like steampunkish. They didn't quite manage it. I think they went overboard with the quirkiness of this whole thing. The characters turned into cliches. But let me give you a little taste. We have the protagonist, our very meek but kind-hearted and easily manipulated boy, Bernard. We also have the crazy old lady, the sleazy hotel owner, his fat wife, the discount avant-gardener playing this singer. We also have the old captain, though I don't know why he's there. The submarine is like docked there. Not going anywhere soon, pal. The Frankenstein. We also have the crazy old man that shouts that is Doomsday. And of course our discount Hercule Poirot. The pacing is kind of slow in the first act, and then in the second act it picks up, things are happening and you're like, okay, so I pulled through the first act, this is where it gets good, right? At the end you're left with the most unsatisfying end ever. You're just sitting there like, okay, what did this whole thing achieve? Nothing. Nothing changed. I have a problem with the protagonist. He was such a fucking idiot. The only new quality about this whole thing is the animated intro, because I found it amazing. I'm gonna give the Fitzroy a 1.5 out of 5. Anyways, if you guys have watched it, tell me what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. If you haven't watched it, tell me if you are like thinking of watching it. If you like that video, hit the like button, and if you want to see more, please subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.